Today, guys, I'm going to make some butter with you. And these are 2 gallons, I mean not 2 gallons, 2 containers, half gallons of 1 gallon of milk. So what I'm going to do to make the butter is I'm going to skim off all the cream. And you don't want to go too deep to get into the milk. Look at all that beautiful cream. Of course, this is really good in your coffee. Oh, there goes the timer. Is that for the peanuts?
Mm-hmm. Alexa, end timer.
Okay. It's a little process, but, and I used to have this little spoon that what you would do is it was kind of bent just enough so it would fit into the jars or the containers. And you can always tell when you start getting to the milk because it'll get more liquidy. It won't be as thick. When I was a little girl, I went to my cousin's house in Kansas. They lived in Arkansas City, Kansas. And one night I wanted some milk. So I saw in the refrigerator the 2 jars of milk. So I went ahead and poured the milk. And I thought, oh my gosh, what is this stuff? Because all I got was the cream. Because of course I had never seen anything like that. I was like 6 years old. And that's all I'm going to use for this one is this milk. This cream, I mean. Because I'm going to use that last one there. There's just a fine line, kind of like what the goats do. You just get that tiny little line. And I think I've got is about still a little left. And then what I always do is I just throw in about a teaspoon of salt just to give the butter a little taste. Alrighty. This looks like it's still some right there. It's not much. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead now, put this back over here, so and the salt, I'm going to go ahead and add the salt in, and that was 1 teaspoon, and it's the kosher salt. If you use the kosher salt, there's nothing else added into it. And then you want to start off on low, and it just goes and goes, and then once you get it for a few minutes, maybe a minute or so, you can turn it to high, and then we'll come back and we'll show you as the process goes. This is it's on high now, and this is the KitchenAid, what was the name of it? It's the 14 cup, I think. I got a video on there on my videos also, so you can watch that and see it. But I got it from HSN, and it's been a nice one. When you start seeing it up here on the top, how it is, so it's completely separated now. So that is all the milk, which is actually buttermilk. You could use it for buttermilk once we strain it off, and I'll show you how to do that. So now we've got it all separated.
What time is the bread ready?
Later. And I'm sorry, but I did say that these jugs were half gallons, and he corrected me and told me that they are 3 quarts. So I apologize for that. You just want to scrape it right off of here. Because we're gonna take some cold water. This is always sometimes a little tricky. Because you want to save that milk that's coming off of there. And when I did Girl Scouts for many years, it was over 10 years, we would bring the stuff in to make butter, and the girls would put it in a jar, and I would just buy whipping cream, and we would do the salt and buy some crackers and stuff, and the girls, they absolutely loved when we did that. They always were like, let's make some butter. And to this day, some of those girls still tell me how much they enjoyed the Scouts. And even ones when I would go to the school and sew for them and teach them how to sew pillows and stuff, those ladies are still telling me how much they appreciated it. And it really, really means a lot to me. So now we've got the butter all in here and all separate. Now we're going to wash it with some really cold water. That way, when you wash it, it helps for it to last longer. So guys, now I'm rinsing it and just rinsing it with cold water. Because you don't want it to melt, of course, if it was hot. Sorry about this, but and sometimes I even have added ice cubes to it to make it colder, because you know sometimes in the summertime you don't have cold water even coming out of the faucet. At least if you do in the country, I guess.
Do we live in the country?
I don't know, sometimes in the city. Oh my goodness. That's why I put the glove on, because I knew my hand was going to get,
You mess my butter up, that's going to be it.
well, over here at the kitchen, everything's glass and stainless, so it's how it goes. And you just want to make sure you get it really good and see how that's still coming out. Good and rinsed. Okay. And you want to pack it now in a little butter dish. Of course, if you're lucky enough to have one of those little French butter dishes, because I have asked many a potter, I said, can you make one of those French butter dishes? And they said, no, I'm not even going to attempt. So, alrighty. Now, Bruce wants to, of course, this won't last. I don't really even have to worry about it here, whether it's going to last long enough, because they will.
That's one loaf of bread there.
This will be gone in no time. All right, so now Bruce is going to do the taste test. All right, Bruce, so tell us the taste test.
Oh my. That's incredible.
Well, good.
Where's my bread?
All right, coming soon. Guys, I just wanted to make one more little thing clear. Bruce wants me to make sure you know that if you buy the heavy whipping cream instead of having a cow at home, you would need to get the heavy whipping cream and just pour it right into the mixer. And then add your salt if you want to, and you don't even have to add the salt. That's just for flavor. Okay, thanks.